Please welcome Robin Arzón, Vice President, Fitness Programming and Head Instructor, Peloton.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to be here. Listen, anytime I'm backstage, I'm assessing the energy of the crowd. I'm like, would they go for a run with me? Would they do burpees? Would they lift weights? And I'm getting a yes, a big yes from this crowd. Okay, I'm Robin Arzón. I turned myself from a non-athlete into an ultramarathoner and head instructor at Peloton. I am using my power to show that resilience is not saved for the select chosen few, but something that we can all create. In fact, I submit that resilience is a muscle that we can build. I was not an athlete growing up. I was the arts and crafts straight A student. My mother's a doctor, and I used to forge notes to get out of gym class. Super illegal, do not recommend. Hope my kids do not take up that habit. But I was petrified of calling myself a mover, an athlete. So I really didn't step into my athleticism until college. I had experienced a really traumatic incident in my senior year of college where I was held at gunpoint, and movement became my catharsis. And I ended up going to law school that year after, and it was through the power of movement, through a pair of running shoes, where I saved myself. I went from powerless to powerful, and I started to work that resiliency muscle. And I thought, oh, thank you. And I thought I had it all figured out until I had babies. Yeah. Enter motherhood, and postpartum really brought me to my knees in a way that, as someone educated in movement, and I believe that movement is a superpower, and I teach that to the world, even informed, I was brought to my knees by those postpartum experiences. And I realized after I had my daughter, I was embarking on my very first run on the West Side Highway. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna leave the baby for 20 minutes, feeling so good. This is gonna be my Rocky Balboa meets Beyonce movie montage. And it really wasn't. And I just broke down on the West Side Highway. In fact, Alicia Keys' song, Good Job, was playing, and I just broke down. And I thought, you're such a fraud. You're supposed to teach in front of millions of people, and you can't even do this. And it was in that rebuilding phase that I realized I wasn't looking for a snapback. My young daughter and now my son, they're looking at me to take one next step forward. And they're looking at me to show that resiliency muscle is in the rising. It's not in never breaking down, it's in finding the breakthrough. And now at Peloton, it's my greatest honor to be able to continue to pay that forward, that resiliency is a muscle that we all have the capacity to build. And whether it's the postpartum mom reclaiming 15 minutes of her time at 5 a.m, it's the person who is grieving, losing a loved one, it's the 70-plus-year-old retiree, or the new college student picking up weights for the first time. These are I can't catalyzed into I can moments that I know for a fact that resiliency is a muscle and a capacity that we can build. And now, as we gather here today, I submit to you at what kitchen tables, in what boardrooms, in what communities, what eyeballs are looking to you to make a choice, to rise above, to try again, to recommit, to pick up the weights, to enter the room that you weren't expected to be in the first place and say, but we're gonna do it, and I'm here anyway, so what are we lifting today? Back to school season is wild when you have young children. And I overheard my daughter finally, after she finally put on her clothes, say, I am smart and I am strong. To herself, I overheard her in her room, and in that moment I said, that's all they need from us. These eyes that are watching, they need us to know that we're willing to get up and try again. And it's not in perfection, it's in persistence. So I invite you to take that message to your kitchen tables and your boardrooms, because we need it, and that change starts today. Thank you.